you have a good foundation because the foundation starts with customer service. Hey y'all, glad you came. I'm Monique. Welcome or welcome back. Today we're talking all things pharmacy technician resumes. So actually someone commented and asked this question, and so I decided to make a dedicated video to answer this question. I also made some downloadable PDFs that you can actually use as a guide and a resource to help you develop your own custom resume for your next job interview as a pharmacy technician. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the conversation. All right, so first up, we have someone who wants to be a pharmacy technician that is not certified and that does not have any prior experience working in a pharmacy, okay? So no experience. In this situation, you want to focus on soft skills that we all develop by simply being alive. So I think that communication skills are really good to focus in on, and any problem solving skills that you have, right? Time management, phone etiquette, things like that would be really good to focus on. And I really think it's important to focus on the fact that you pay attention to detail, because when you work in pharmacy, you will be helping customers, you will be answering the phone, and you are handling very important medications. And so you need to actually have attention to detail and take your job seriously. Those things are something you can, possess without actually working in a pharmacy. That looks good to a pharmacy manager, looking to hire you if they're willing to hire with no experience, as long as you are ready and willing to help others, work along with the team, and you're ready and willing to learn, right? You have a good foundation because the foundation starts with customer service. So I think those are some things to really hone in on when it comes to no experience. Really talk about your experience and other things that will play a part into you being a pharmacy technician. Okay, and for example, I'm going to read one of the descriptions for you on the downloadable PDF. It says, for the person that has no experience, it says, I was or am responsible for managing conflicts and turning negative experiences into positive outcomes, adapting to different customer personalities and evolving situations, and recording information accurately with attention to detail. So again, this could be for anything, but it is something that really plays into the skills needed to be a pharmacy technician in a retail setting, right? Okay. So next up, we have the person who actually does have experience, and all you want to do is work at a different retail pharmacy. So maybe you want to move from a community pharmacy to a hospital pharmacy, meaning that the actual pharmacy is within a hospital, okay? And so in that case, you already have experience. You have some things to build on there, right? So you're like a step above just customer service, but you actually have some skill sets when it comes to pharmacy. Now, your experience may actually change a little bit, obviously. So for example, yours may read, I was or am responsible for prescription processing, insurance billing, and prior authorization processes, accurately dispensing medications, staying on task in busy environments, and communicating with technicians and pharmacists. I mean, that is exactly what they're looking for. You have done all the things. You have done data entry. You have filled medications. You know how to put away inventory. And even more importantly, you know how to work along with the staff, right? So there you have it. Also, when it comes to the software, this is a plus because you can actually put in the different softwares that you've worked on in your other pharmacy. And that just lets them know that you know how to adapt to a computer system that is dedicated to pharmacy tasks. So there you have it. All right. Now, of course, last but not least is going to be hospital pharmacy. Let's say that you have done the customer service, the retail, and you're ready to move on. You want to make more money. You want to have a more flexible schedule. You want to move to the hospital, right? Cool. So what you're going to do here is two ways. If you're coming from retail, coming into hospital, you can simply just use that description I used from retail because obviously you don't have, any skills just yet that are specific to the hospital because you haven't worked there before. However, it is acceptable the fact that you have worked in retail, right? They're willing to train you. So I think that, if you're certified and you're working in retail, you want to move over to hospital, just simply put the experience that you have in retail, right? However, if you are someone who's certified as well and you want to switch hospital networks, then this is something you could actually put in your experience. So you could say something like, I was or am responsible for sterile compounding, accurately delivering patient medications, stocking medication stations, putting away order inventory, and communicating with technicians and pharmacists. Again, this really sounds good because that sterile compounding is really good because that's something like very specific to the hospital, and even different hospitals have different ways of doing this, right? Also, if you have, those techniques that are really necessary to work in the IV room as far as keeping everything clean if you worked in the IV room. So these are things that you can put on your application. Again, it's so simple, it's so quick, it's so to the point, and that's all they want to know. I know this for a fact because I've used some of these things in my resumes in the past. Now, I will say sometimes if you are working with another technician who goes off to a different job and you guys, are cordial with each other, you're friendly or whatever, that technician may take you along with them. And so, a lot of times when you're working in pharmacy, it's word of mouth too, which is good. If they know that you have a good work ethic, then you'll probably have an easier opportunity to get an interview. It works that way. That's just, how it is in different industries. And so I feel like that's a good thing too, to kind of look at if you kind of know someone who can speak a good word for you. I think that's good too. But even if you don't have that, you can still use these things to speak a good word for yourself, right? And really honing in on those skill sets and those softwares that you know how to use. For example, I meant to say this for hospital, you probably could put that you have used Meditech, you've used Pyxis, those type of computer systems that are used in hospitals. I know there are other ones too, but I only have experience on those. And so you can add those in there as well. And not to worry, I have everything like really neat and organized on the resume, downloadable PDFs. But those are some of the things that I would suggest saying in your experience. And of course, all of these resumes have about me sections that I have written, but of course you can go in there and make it your own and customize it. And that's the whole point. The only thing that I would definitely say too is that you want to be really to the point, because typically when they're ready to hire, they're ready to hire. They want to know, your education, if you are certified, if you're not certified, right? And if you have the ability to learn and grow, and if you are customer service driven. That's it. That is it. That's what they're really looking for. So I think that you have a good chance at getting the job that you want. I think if you show up for your interview on time, at least bring about 3 different copies of your resume. Obviously, you can print it in color or black or white. That way, if you have more than one person interviewing you, you can pass it out to different people. And I think it's kind of good to have on hand just in case for HR, whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's all that I have for this video. If you guys have any questions about the resume, then let me know. But go ahead and head over there to my website and download those PDFs and get started writing your resume. I will even leave the Canva template that I use to develop these resumes below the video. So you can, even if you don't get the PDFs, you can go to Canva and see which one I picked and then kind of go off that. So when I say you want to have like a block of color, not too much color, but enough to stand out in a list of PDF interviews that they may be looking at, right? So you'll see that. And actually put it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this is a particular template that I liked in Canva. They have many, but this is a good one as well. So yes, again, any questions, let me know. Again, I hope you guys have a productive and peaceful rest of your day, and I will talk to you on the next upload.